Hello, guys, and welcome once again to Juliana's Voice. My name is Juliana Lamisiatinga, and you are welcome. Today, we're going to talk about TikTok. Of all the things that we can talk about, we are starting off with TikTok, of course. I'm going to talk about how TikTok is helping me through my grief. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, well, it's a new channel, so we're all new to the channel anyway. So I recently lost my husband, was the love of my life, and we had a lot of plans. And let me just be more specific. I lost him in November. So specifically on the 30th of November, my husband went to heaven. So it's been a difficult journey for me, and so this is one of my grieving process to come here and talk to you guys about. I know it's not conventional, but this is how I want to grieve. And the funny thing that is that I got this idea from TikTok, and that's why I thought that this should be the first thing that I talk about. So I am an introvert. My husband was an introvert. We are more, uh, you know, we are more internal. We are not really the extroverts. We are not out here, no, we are all indoorsy people. So we like a lot of movies. We watch a lot of movies. We do a lot of social media. We give a lot of opinions and stuff. And so my husband and I met on Facebook. And so Facebook has always been a platform where we share together. And so when he fell ill, and he couldn't post and I couldn't post for more than a year, it meant that Facebook wasn't a platform where I could go to anymore for anything unless I just wanted news. Because the core of why I used to go to social media was to listen to the silly things or to read the silly things that my husband would write. And just it was really exciting knowing that that was a platform that we shared together. And that was not really like that anymore. When things happen, national events are happening, and that your prof would have written something about it, that found a silly angle to it, and unfortunately that was not there. Facebook became a platform where I couldn't go to anymore. Instagram was a platform where I host my business. That's where I get most of my sales from. So Instagram for me was always a business platform. It's not a place where I go to post pictures, and Instagram is a business platform for me. So when I go to Instagram, I'm responding to messages in my DMs about my business. I'm taking orders. I'm posting content for the business. So Instagram was out of the way. Then came in TikTok. TikTok started, I joined initially and I loved, and I told my husband to join. My husband is a prim and proper man. He's also a professor in a university. So, professor not as in like, oh, because he's lecturing in a university, but professor as in he rose to the rank of a professor. And so he's like that. You get that picture. If you're a Ghanaian, you get that picture. And so my husband said no. And so when we fell sick, we it was a place where we could always laugh. We could always share, videos on about funny stuff. And so that's where the laugh for TikTok grew for both of us. And so when he gets up in the morning and he's lying on the bed because he's not too well and stuff like that, he could always go to TikTok and he could always get a good laugh. For those of you who knew my husband found a lot of consolatory messages on TikTok. There was this particular video of a soldier who my husband then had to go and dig a lot about that man who was a Christian who also was battling a lot of depression and stuff like that. We used to share a video, with a lot of scripture. Who say, "I will stand by you." I think that song is about this country musician. I've forgotten his name. It's actually a band. I have that song. So I will stand by you. I will. So and then we have that, and we have all the Bible verses, the Exodus 14:14, and all the Bible verses come in there. And that song ministered so much to my husband on TikTok that on the days where things were really bad. When we go to the doctors and the news we are getting is not too good, and we come back and my husband is depressed, and and I can hold his hand and say, sweetie, we'll get through this. My husband and I always had faith that he was going to come out of the situation. And so now I'll hold his hand and I'll say that, sweetie, you get well, sweetie, will be fine, you know what? And then I'll just try and calm him down. And he would look at me and say, are you sure? So I'm like, we're going to get through this. And I'm good with pet talks. If you know me personally, you know that I can take you from a 0 to 100. And so I used to do that. But it got to a point it was really difficult. And so whenever that happens, my husband always goes back to that song. He will always go back to that soldier. And so for those of you who followed my husband or had his WhatsApp, you realize that he always use that particular music as his WhatsApp status. Whenever um, um, we go to the doctor's appointments and it doesn't really go well or the way we expected it. That was where my husband would go, and then he put that video, and he got that video on TikTok. And then he keep going. At a point he said, you know what, I like the soldier, but I need a lot of other people, so let me see if I can find an African who is also going through this struggle. And then he had various forms of that video. My husband always found solace. Whenever he goes to TikTok, you get something inspirational, something to lift him up. You see somebody battling the same condition he is battling. Sometimes there was one video he showed me of a man who I just don't know how that man made it. But that man made it through. And when he sees things like that, it really like pulled him from that place of depression to, like, you look at me and say, sweetie, we'll get through this. I'm like, yeah, sweetie, I'm not going to die. And I say, yes, you're not going to die. So that's what TikTok did for my husband. That was amazing. And then for a caregiver, my husband and I were the only people in the house. It got to a point later where people, one or two people came, but that was towards the latter part of his life. I was basically in the house with my husband. It was just the two of us battling the condition up and down. And so it took a mental toll on me. And of course not in the same proportion as the person going through the pain, but it took a lot of toll on me. And then sometimes my husband would say, go and make soap. Soap making and cosmetic formulation was some of the ways that I took off stress. But TikTok became a very good platform for me because that's where I got my inspiration from. That's where I go and I can watch maybe a 3 minutes of Sarah Jakes, and then that sort of motivated me. I can go and watch Stephanie Okay. That's where I watched all these Better Together ladies. That's where I encountered people like Jackie Hill, a lot of these Christian young women who will speak to the situation I'm going through in a different way. And the way TikTok is, it is what you engage with that TikTok shows you. And so that TikTok was home for somebody who was a caregiver to a very sick person. TikTok was my home. I could go to TikTok. I could get my inspiration there. I could get my humor there, and I could get my education there, all in one platform. And so that's how TikTok, supported my husband and I all through this very difficult process or difficult time. And other social media platforms did not get that opportunity. And it's really unfortunate that TikTok is getting some of the backlash that is getting from countries like the United States. But I think that if they really look at it, maybe tighten the security measures or the areas that they have issues with, they'll realize that TikTok is a saving grace for a lot of people. I see content creators talking about, oh, I have 1 million followers and you want to take this platform away from. For some of us, it's not about that. For some of us, it was a life and death situation, and Facebook couldn't do it. Instagram couldn't do it. Our families couldn't do it. Our friends couldn't do it. Our doctors couldn't do it. The only thing we could have was that platform that would make us laugh, make us cry, and give us hope by looking at other people's stories for just 30 seconds and letting you know that you will get through with this. And after this period, TikTok has always still been the place where I go to when I see somebody battling with cancer. I go to the person's comment section and I tell them they'll be fine. When I see somebody suffering through a particular condition, I can look at them and know that, you know what, you'll be fine. You know, I understand, you know, and there are specific people on TikTok who have really, you know, been I mean, one day I was just there, and then I went to TikTok, and there was this lady. She's called Mama Tot, and she took a bowl with food, and she just came and sat, and she just said hello, and she speaks in that Southern American Southern accent, and she just says hello. I know. Like that day, all the woman said was, "I know." Hi, sweetie. I know. And that's all I needed to hear. I broke down. I cried like an idiot. She just sat down there with the bowl and she said, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I know. I know. It's okay. I know. Like she just that's all the woman said. And that was the only assurance that I needed. She didn't say much, but she said everything. She said she knew. And I knew she knew. I knew in that moment that I can't communicate what I'm feeling to anybody. Nobody would understand it. But the way she said it, I knew she knew. Because today I can look at somebody, I can hold their hands and say I know. And mean it. Because indeed I know. And I love that. And so TikTok, that's how TikTok helped me. And when my husband unfortunately passed away, there was nothing I could do. I could cry my eyes out. I couldn't sleep. I still can't sleep right now. I can't sleep. I need to watch something and just doze off with it. But to put myself to sleep like the way I used to be able to, I can't do that. And it's still the platform that helps me. It's still the platform that when I get up and I read my Bible and I finish praying and I don't have anything to do, I can be on TikTok for 3-4 hours and I will not think about my life, how sad my life has become, the emptiness of the things that I don't have anymore, what I hoped that I would have had that I don't have. It's the only thing, it's the only platform that gives me that. And I know that in a way, some of it is not healthy, but in a way, it's almost 4 months since my husband is gone. And I believe that I am sane in a way because of that thing, because of that platform. And it's always nice to go and see other women who are going through the things that I'm going through on that platform, also sharing their stories. And I do not believe in the whole, oh, this is good, oh, this is bad. I think there's no black and white. There are a few black and whites in life, but most of the time life is not black and white. And I do believe that when you overuse something, it is bad. But to outrightly say something is bad, social media in itself is not bad. TikTok is not bad. It is in how we use it and the times we allocate to it and how it helps us in terms of being productive or otherwise. That is when we can say that this platform is good or this platform is not good. But you can't outrightly just say that, oh, social media is not good. That's not true. And so for me, today I just wanted to share with you guys how TikTok sort of made me sing a little bit and keeps making me sing. But on the whole, TikTok as a platform has been my saving grace and continues to be my saving grace, even in this modern period. It's funny, right? Okay, guys, so that's all there is today. That's all the story Juliana has for you. I hope my voice has been good today. Let me know which platforms helps you and how it's helping you. And let me know if you are all the way up there, social media is good, all the way up, social media is not good. Let me know what you think about today's episode. Okay, guys, until next time. Bye bye. Love you.